the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He'll be out of bounds at the 44-yard line, but the big return has them in striking distance already. Ready to fire from the pistol. The lone back's got it. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's in goal. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
You know, you would have thought that after having 3 interceptions in their last game, the quarterback would absolutely never throw this guy's way. But here we are. We're in the first drive, and they're trying to be aggressive, and they're attacking one of their best players defensively, and he makes them pay. 4 picks in 2 games. We got to be talking about this guy for the Heisman, right?
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 30. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Can't find his took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have him staring at 3rd and 10. That's caught. It's Campbell.
Well, give the defense credit there. They took all the quarterback's options downfield away, forced him to check it down, rallied to the football, and now they've set up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Right back to him on the ground. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's in goal. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
To the air on 1st down. He fires one deep down the right side. Here he goes. The tap. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that yards after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll return it. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires left. Nice defensive way to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw. It's in goal. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And they're able to get him on the ground. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Turning it on! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
Wants to throw on first down. Buying some time. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Right back to the well. Got a little space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Rides the back and leaves it. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. This one's complete. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown tie. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up for the PAT.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. It's in goal. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On the move. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Using his legs to buy some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it down the right side. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Wants to throw it. He'll take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum.
So that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Touchdown, Bruins. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quick pass on the jet motion. Finding open areas. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Ferguson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting to run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. looking to fire. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, Bill. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's in goal. Fires toward the target. On target to the left. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Good right down the boulevard. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. That Alabama offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Now, this is exactly what you need to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Matthews. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. We'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. There he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will give them the lead. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he tacks on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Gonna run it. It's Cox. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Back to pass. It's in goal. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Pulls in the deep ball. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bruins!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Oh, and that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tide!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Washington State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Pullman. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
Into the secondary on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position from Baylor.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Takes his shot. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this DB tackle. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. UCLA will go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's in goal. Bringing the heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This is a designed run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Looking for room. It's Pringle. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open on the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air. It's in goal. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Scrambling away. On the run, deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Out to the races. The 10. Touchdown, UCLA. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now that cushion is a little little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Ferguson.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this, going for the big play. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here he comes out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Looking for a man. It's in goal. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, they're after him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy.
Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Got some room to run. Touchdown time. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pocket breaking down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. After 45 on his way. Run to the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking downfield, it's in goal. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Pucks it out of the air. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for the big play. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. To the air, it's in goal. Looking to the end zone. And he throws another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! The defense putting points on the board.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today.
The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
To throw, it's Wade. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to swing it on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
On the move, it's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.